Okay, window number 2 is finished, and I'll take you a little closer, show you what I've done, and some of the colors that I've used, that type of thing. These were just old windows I purchased, and it really just took a while to figure out what I wanted to do, and then once I figured out what I wanted to do, it just took a while to look around and put it all together and start pulling those pieces in that I was like, you know, I think I like this. No, I don't think I like this. So let's start. I knew I wanted some type of wreath. Originally, I was going to put a small swag for Christmas, and then I decided that, okay, I had a, my Lexi was talking, so I paused it. I went ahead and picked this up, and then I just added these little picks in here. So I was still kind of on the fence, but I wanted to pull some white in, and I really couldn't find any small little flowers, and I just kind of like, I don't know, the earthiness of these little picks. And then I found this little guy here that's like a little pick. This is over in Hobby Lobby, over in the floral section, where the tiny stems and the picks are, over actually by these. And Ed had cut part of the base off, and we just stuck that in. Then I went and picked up the flowers, and of course they were a lot longer, and of course had to cut them down. The ball jars are a little different as far as size. I found these at Hobby Lobby, and really trying to decide what I wanted to do. I was going to put the faux water in, the acrylic water. I can show you the box, but I decided against it because I got to thinking she could replace the flowers in and out, and if I did the acrylic water, then she would not be able to replace the flowers. So we didn't do that. I had bought it, and I'll just use it for something else. I purchased this from Hobby Lobby as well as this one over here. They were not meant to hang. They are wide on the bottom and very narrow at the top. And Ed had ran some holes. The paint on the outside of these were white when I got them. We sanded them down lightly. And I put Heaven's Light yellow chalk paint, which I had used a long time ago on another project. So that's the Heaven's Light yellow. And I don't think I think they discontinued that color, so, but it is Heaven's Light. The window itself, I only painted in a few spots. This window had some mold growing along the edges down here, on the inside and the outside of the frame. So I did have to go through and sand that and take care of that so it didn't continue to harm the wood and of course make it look gross. But then I kind of re-sanded it and distressed it again in a couple of areas. I wanted it to be a lot wider than Mom's, whiter as in color, but because I wanted the brightness, and then I decided when I put the shelf on, we decided I needed contrast, so I went to the Heaven's Light. That's why I decided actually to do these, is I went ahead and decided to paint the shelf. I just used these brackets, which Ed screwed to the window. The paint is still wet, just a little bit here and here. I covered the screw holes with white so they wouldn't be, you know, just a screw sticking out. So I did take care of the screw holes here and paint them white. This, of course, is a hose clamp, and so, but it fits perfectly on the lip of the jar, so she can pull these up and remove them. And so it's just going to be easier for her if she needs to clean the jar, if it needs washed, if she wants to add a new flower. We did cut a lid. This was made for a narrow jar, and I had a wide mouth, so we took a ring and a lid. Ed had cut them, and then we glued this to the lid, and then that way it sits nice and pretty. and she can remove this by taking the ring off. So these two pieces are glued together. If she decides she doesn't want to use this, she can just put a whole different ring on without this. But these were made for regular mouth, not wide mouth. So we had to kind of make it work. So we took wide mouth and cut the ring, super glued it on, and now it'll hold the flower just fine. Or she can put other flowers in, and it'll help, you know, she can rearrange them using that. Here we took, one of these panes was cracked. We removed it. I have another video that I was working on these windows, and you guys had been kind of taken, and I showed you both windows we were working on the one evening and kind of walking you through. Instead of just having one pane out, since it was on the edge, I went ahead and took 2 panes out, and I ran some of the twine, and then I found these cute little tiny paper clip or clothespins. They hold really well, guys. So she, of course, probably is not going to use all of them, but she may put a picture here and over here as well. But it didn't look right. Mom's, the other window that I did, this pane was cracked, so we removed it and put chicken wire there. But on this one, this pane was broke and cracked, so I thought it just looked better to make it uniform on in this case where it actually ended up being the oops. So we just removed the 2 panes to kind of give it the uniform look. This is a lot less on this one, but my sister can go ahead and put things on the shelf once it's hanging up. Again, I didn't add any type of things on the back. She can either buy some type of heavy holder. She could use a wire. I'm going to leave it up to her to decide how she wants to hang it, because I don't know where she's hanging it. It's going to make a difference if it's going to be on plaster. It's going to make a difference if it's on drywall. It's going to make a difference if she decides to hang this above a fireplace, if it's stone or brick, or there's just so many other areas there. Her other half is very crafty, so and very mechanical, so he'll be able to hang this just fine. Of course, she can always holler for Ed, but I am not putting anything on the back for hanging purposes, which is why it's just sitting on a table here. So this is what we've got. I hope you guys enjoy it. I'll give you a quick shot of Mom's real quick, just to remind you what it looks like. And we'll end the video with the final product back over here. I did think about putting something in the little milk can, like a little flower, but I didn't, and I still might. So, but here we go. That's the final product on this one. I hope you guys really, really like it. Took a lot of hours for both windows, between the sanding, the scraping. This one, all of the glazing on the back that holds the panes in had all started coming off. My fear was the glass could come out, or that flaked onto the ground and a child or a pet could eat it, and so I had to remove all the glazing, or 90% of it, and then I used construction adhesive liquid nails, caulking, and I re-caulked the windows, so from the back side. So there you go, guys. I hope you really enjoyed it. Very time consuming. I have a couple more windows I'll be doing here soon. I'm going to show you Mom's, and then we'll end this video. Okay, so this was the other window that I had done. This is going to my mom. My mom has more like roosters and things like that in her home. I don't know if my sister's going to take hers to work or home, or I don't know, but I made it a little, I don't know, less, Americana, if you will. So, but here's Mom's. I'll show you a quick view. These are just, these have hooks on them. Of course, I found these little things, so I hung them on. Found these at Hobby Lobby. I didn't put those on Mom or Tina's because I knew I was going to put a shelf on. This is just a match to the other one, and of course one of these little guys. I found this at Americana Place. The market, and these here came from TSC. This pane had a big crack in it and was broke, so we just put the chicken wire to keep it kind of that rural America. Mom lives out in the country, and so, and her house is more like Americana with roosters and whatever else in it. So, and she has a lot of antique-y things sitting around, so I thought this would match Mom a little bit better. So this is what this one looks like in the end. I am really happy with both of them. I just think they both turned out wonderful. I will show you Tina's real quick and we'll end the video. I hope you guys have liked them. Of course, I sanded, I scraped. Mom's I didn't really touch up with any additional paint, and so it's not as bright as Tina's, and I did distress Mom's more. If you notice, I went down more, and I'm showing the wood in a lot more places. And I left a lot of the imperfections. I took like a scraper and things and just literally took a bunch of paint off in different places. I do need to, and if you look, you'll see where they did a horrible glaze work on the back side of this, like right here on the other side. But the fear was trying to scrape some of that. I didn't want to knock the glazing off, because once it starts to come off, then and this one I think is okay like this, because it's more, it shows the age of the window and the old-fashioned glazing, and I just think it turned out wonderful. So, but I left it a little bit more imperfect because it is more of Americana theme type. Let me go ahead and I'll grab the other window and end the video there and take some pictures here. Okay, and back at the video, this one is going to be for my sister. Total hours in both windows, probably pushing, because of removing the glazing and the caulking and the sanding and the scraping and the repainting on the white so it's a brighter white. But all the imperfections, and of course scraping the glass, because the glass on all the windows were horrible. Just doing 2 windows, probably upwards of 30 hours. So, and that is the shopping and purchasing of some of that stuff. So, there you go, guys. I hope you like it. I'm going to end this video. Hit like, hit subscribe. More videos to come. I hope this gives you guys some wonderful ideas of things that you can also do. And, if you have any questions, hit me up again. Hobby Lobby for the wording, the shelf brackets, the jars. I went to Gilman, but you could go to hardware store or anywhere for the hose clamps and these little things here to hold the flowers. I actually got mine at Rural King, which is a farm store, but, you know, I'm sure you could find those at other places. And then the picks and everything on that wreath came from Hobby Lobby as well. Of course, I used coupons and waited for sales on a lot of it. And Ed had the pine already. That shelf is made of pine. And I already had owned the chalk paint, and I went ahead and used Heaven's Light, and that chalk paint has been featured in some of my older videos. So I'm going to jump off here. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and be good. Have a very Merry Christmas. I hope you guys are out, and if you don't celebrate Christmas, I hope that it is just a wonderful day for you tomorrow or even today. I hope that you spend it with family, friends, loved ones, or enjoy a vacation or whatever it is you do at this time of year. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'm going to end this video. Hit thumbs up, hit subscribe. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.